Welcome to Cute Animal News. I am your anchor, Avery Goodman. Last night in Colorado Springs, Colorado, a dog saved a little girl from a fire. The brave dog heard the little girl crying, and he raced into the burning building to find her. The dog carried the little girl out of the burning building with his mouth and kept her safe until the fire department arrived. The little girl was very grateful to her furry friend, and she gave him a big hug once they were safe outside. "I love you, doggy. You saved my life. And you're so fluffy, too. I want to squish you and hug you now," she said. This is just one more example of the great friendship between dogs and people. Back to you. Welcome back to Cute Animal News. I am your anchor, Avery Goodman. This morning, residents of Omaha, Nebraska were shocked to discover an adorable cat playing with a ball of yarn in the backyard of a nearby house. The cat, which has since been identified as a 6-month-old kitten named Mr. Meow Meow, is said to be a very playful creature and to love chasing after things that are small and fuzzy. An eyewitness commented, "I've never seen anything like it. When I saw that cat playing with that ball of yarn like that, I was totally blown away. I mean, it was so cute. I couldn't believe my eyes." Mr. Meow Meow's story reminds us that no matter what happens in the world, there will always be a place for wonder and playfulness. Back to you. Welcome back to Cute Animal News. I am your anchor, Avery Goodman. Last night in New York City, 4 animals, a lion, a zebra, a giraffe, and a hippopotamus, managed to escape from the Central Park Zoo and roamed freely around the city. Nobody was hurt, but many New Yorkers experienced quite the shock when they saw the animals strolling around Times Square and Grand Central Station. An eyewitness said, "I was scared of the lion, but I was also fascinated because it is very rare to see a lion walking down the street." This morning, the animal escapees were sent back to their natural habitat, where they will live out the rest of their lives with the freedom they so clearly desire. Back to you. Welcome to Cute Animal News. I am your anchor, Avery Goodman. A little monkey was walking through the jungle when he noticed something unusual in the trees above. He looked up and saw a big banana hanging from a branch, but he could not climb high enough to get it. So the clever little monkey began to jump up and down as hard as he could, and the tree shook so much that the big banana fell right into the little monkey's little hands. He was so happy to have the banana that he started to dance. While he was dancing, another banana fell down from the tree, and another, and another. With every banana that fell, the little monkey danced a little harder. Pretty soon, the little monkey had a whole bunch of big bananas. He took one of the bananas and ate the whole thing in just a few bites. But the little monkey didn't stop there. He started to eat another banana, and then another, and then another. By this point, the little monkey was very full and very happy. But he was tired from all the dancing, so he went to sleep. Welcome to Boring Human News. I am your anchor, Avery Goodman. This morning in Columbus, Ohio, Archie Smith woke up in his 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom apartment. The 28-year-old went to the bathroom for a quick shower and to brush his teeth. Then, Archie got dressed, made a quick cup of instant coffee, and left for work. He got in his car and put on a podcast for the commute. When he arrived, he said hello to a few coworkers, made himself another cup of coffee, and then proceeded to spend the next 8 hours sending emails, printing documents, and watching funny videos in the bathroom so his boss wouldn't see him. When he got home that evening, Archie ordered chicken lo mein and an egg roll from the Golden Wok and watched Netflix until about 10 p.m. Then, he turned his apartment's gas stove on high, walked outside, lit up a cigarette, and proceeded to throw it through his apartment window. Archie then got in his car and drove west in the silver sedan while listening to the same podcast that he started on that morning's commute. Good luck, Archie. Back to you. Welcome to Tragic Insect News. I am your anchor, Avery Goodman. In today's news, a tragic story has unfolded. A small, friendly moth was flying around late last night when she noticed a big, bright light in the sky. The light confused the small moth, and she decided to get a closer look. As she got closer to the big, bright light, she started to feel warmer and warmer. But that did not stop her. She was determined to reach the light despite the discomfort. The small friendly moth was just a few inches away from reaching the mysterious light when her wings burned from the heat. She tragically fell all the way to the ground and died. The small friendly moth forgot that you should not fly too close to the light, and don't get distracted by shiny objects. Back to you. Welcome to Weird Alien News. I am your anchor, Avery Goodman. We have just received a report that a very weird alien has eaten the sun. This alien is unlike any other alien that we have seen before. We do not know how he managed to eat the sun, but the fact that he is able to eat the sun is very concerning. Additionally, he does not seem to have any stated reasons for his actions, which is very weird of him. We tried to reach out to the alien for a comment, but he ate the reporter and the cameraman too. He just does whatever he wants and he doesn't seem to care about the consequences. So far, we have no idea what this weird alien's intentions are or what he might do next. He is definitely something to watch out for because he might be a danger to all humanity. Back to you. Welcome to Scientific Cat News. I am your anchor, Avery Goodman. A team of scientists at the University of California have made an interesting scientific discovery. They have created a device that translates the noises that cats make into speech that we can understand. The device is very simple. It's a microphone attached to a computer. When a cat makes a noise, the microphone picks it up, sends it to the computer, which converts it into text. The trial run of the device happened this morning, and the first test subject, Mr. Meow Meow, had this to share with the world. I am hungry. You should feed me now. Hello? Do you even understand me? Yes, Mr. Meow Meow. Yes, we can. This is a very funny scientific discovery, but it's also an important one too, because now we can finally understand what our cats are trying to tell us. This will forever improve the relationship between humans and our cats. This morning in Fort Wayne, Indiana, a woman called the police to report a local grocery store for selling fake broccoli. Apparently for years, the local grocery store has been selling cakes to its unaware customers, expertly crafted to closely resemble the popular vegetable. Detectives suspect that the fraud went unreported for so long because when customers discovered their bitter, yucky broccoli was really sweet, delicious cake, they were pleasantly surprised by the mix-up and would buy even more broccoli than before. One local woman said, "I was so excited to find out that they started selling broccoli that actually tasted good, and I know I should be eating more vegetables for my health. I thought this would help me eat more vegetables. I should have known it was too good to be true." Hardly any of the customers were very surprised to find out that groundbreaking Amish news. In an effort to go back to simpler times, the Amish have successfully invented a machine which allows them to travel through time. This is a truly groundbreaking achievement which our modern technology isn't even close to reaching. Unfortunately, the machine requires electricity to function and therefore goes against the Amish way of life. For that reason, the Amish have collectively decided that despite all the hard work they put into making the time machine, they are not going to use it. Ezekiel, a young Amish man, commented, "Going to the past is not in our future. Instead, we need to focus on the here and now and make the most out of what we already have." The next time you see an Amish person, be sure to ask them about this. If you are struggling with addiction, reach out for help. Jeremy Dink, a self-diagnosed korn addict from Allentown, Pennsylvania, is finally seeking treatment for his korn addiction. He first got into korn when he was only 12 years old, and his parents got him an iPod Touch for Christmas. And now he can't even go a single day without listening to korn. It's gotten so bad that when his friends ask him to hang out, he declines because he is, quote, too busy watching korn videos on his phone. He told our reporters that, "Lately I've been feeling like a freak on a leash, and korn is holding the leash. I feel like my life is falling away from me and my sanity is coming undone." Overcoming his korn addiction has been a long and difficult journey for Jeremy Dink, but by admitting he has a problem, he is finally taking the first step to recovery. This is a truly inspiring moment that even the most troubled people can choose to live a better life. So remember, the president of Mexico, Andrés Manuel López Obrador, has tweeted out a photo which he claims to depict a magical elf known as an aluche from Mayan folklore with the caption, Todo es místico, or everything is mystical. Aluches are small, mischievous beings that are often depicted with pointy ears and bushy eyebrows. According to legend, the Aluches are the guardians of the natural world and can bring good luck or misfortune to humans depending on how they are treated. They are said to be friendly to those who respect and honor them, but can be playful or even harmful to those who disrespect them or mistreat the environment. Now, the Mexican president has received a lot of criticism for this tweet, but perhaps he's onto something. In fact, there's very good reason to believe in the Aluches, because the Aluches are said to reward those who have faith in them. Maybe that's why an alligator was found abandoned in Prospect Park Lake in Brooklyn, New York. The scaly chomper, which was nearly 5 feet long, was discovered by a startled park goer who quickly notified authorities. The leading theory behind how this cold-blooded killer ended up in Brooklyn is that it was an exotic pet whose owner didn't want it anymore and chose to abandon it in the lake. The real mystery here is why someone thought an alligator would make a good pet in the first place. The wise zookeeper Jim Braney told reporters that everyone needs to know and realize that wild animals do not make good pets. X-rays found a 4-inch bathtub stopper in the alligator's stomach, which leads me to my own theory of how an alligator ended up in New York's water system. Picture this. An owner was giving his pet alligator a bath, as one does, when suddenly the razor-toothed creature swallowed the bath stopper and accidentally swept himself down the drain and into the waterways. I think that's why an ice cream parlor in the German city of Rottenburg has decided to appeal to the adventurous side of their customers by offering them something off the beaten path. A new kind of ice cream flavor, cricket flavor. The owner came up with the idea while searching for a more sustainable protein source. Crickets are high in protein, require less water and space than traditional livestock, and produce fewer greenhouse gas emissions. They are also gross and yucky too. The ice cream is made of cricket flour, which is ground up crickets, and it's also topped with dried whole crickets. One brave customer told reporters, yes, it's edible. While conventional ice cream flavors like vanilla and chocolate are always popular and delicious, did you know that a man named Joby Poole tried to steal Easter? In England, the 32-year-old man broke into a storage facility and loaded up a stolen semi-truck with 200,000 Cadbury cream chocolate eggs, valued at an extravagant $40,000. It's not yet clear to the police why the thief committed such an egg-centric crime. Perhaps he was a chocoholic who couldn't resist the tempting deliciousness of the holiday treat. Whatever the case may be, it's safe to say that this man has a love for chocolate sweet treats that can only be described as egg-ceptional. Joby Poole is now in custody and facing serious jail time for his actions. So remember, no matter how tempting it is, do not steal $40,000 worth of delicious chocolate. There's nothing sweet about breaking the law. We all know how the Grinch stole Christmas, but 2 inmates in a Virginia jail tunneled out of their cell using only a toothbrush and a piece of scrap metal. Ingenious, right? Well, it gets better. Their first destination once they escaped, the closest IHOP. The guards searched the empty cell and finally noticed the giant hole in the wall that they somehow missed before, with a note that says, "The food here sucks." Once they escaped through the hole, the 2 inmates hopped a fence and booked it to the nearest IHOP for a no doubt incredible celebratory feast. Meanwhile, the authorities were stumped and had to ask for the public's help to find the men. Only then did the other IHOP patrons notice the 2 disheveled-looking men in orange jumpsuits absolutely demolishing plate after plate of breakfast food, and finally decide to contact the authorities. IHOP is so good that a 39-year-old Florida man was arrested for slapping a woman in the face with a slice of pizza. Police quickly arrived after receiving a 911 call for a possible domestic domestic disturbance. They were horrified at first when they noticed the bloodstains all over the kitchen ceiling, walls, and the victim's shirt. It turned out to just be tomato sauce. Additionally, they also discovered remnants of the pizza in the victim's hair, as well as a piece of pepperoni behind her ear. When police asked the victim what started the argument, she told them that her attacker became furious and violent when he found out that she ordered pineapple on their pizza. When deputies asked the attacker if he had struck the victim in the face with a slice of pizza, he replied, "No, I just threw that disgusting pineapple pizza because I wasn't gonna eat it, and it just so happened to hit her in her dumb face. She knows I hate pineapple on my pizza. I've told her like 1,000 times." Ortelio, Lazaro, Alfonso, a group of people were attacked with a samurai sword while playing Monopoly on the sidewalk outside of someone's house. Yeah, this really happened. An irritated man came out of the house, waving around a samurai sword, and politely asked the Monopoly players to pack up the board game, please. Things then escalated quickly, as they tend to do when a samurai sword is pulled out. But instead of just flipping the Monopoly board like a normal person, this guy started trying to kill people. There was blood everywhere, all the way from Baltic Ave to the boardwalk. One of the Monopoly players suffered minor injuries, but the wannabe samurai had to go to the hospital and is in critical condition. Authorities say that if the wannabe samurai recovers, he will go directly to jail, he will not pass go, and he will not collect $200. Around 5 a.m. in Brussels, Belgium, scientists are taking the dead bodies of birds and turning them into robotic drones. Now, you've probably heard of birds aren't real, the satirical conspiracy theory that claims birds are really government drones sent to spy on us. Well, now, what was once written off as a theory so outlandish it couldn't possibly be true, turns out researchers are doing exactly what the viral conspiracy theory claims. The lead researcher, Dr. Hassan Alian, hopes that researching how birds fly will provide technological breakthroughs for more efficient airplane designs. But I don't buy it. Thankfully, rival researchers are developing robotic cat drones in order to help attack and take down these deceptive federal surveillance devices. Since they're finally admitting that the birds aren't real, maybe next they'll reveal that the Earth is actually flat. A conspiracy theory turned prophecy, a Japanese cafe fired one of their waitresses after discovering that she had been mixing her own blood into cocktails and serving it to customers. In her defense, some of the customers do order their Bloody Marys extra bloody. Plus, the cafe's theme is that all the waitresses are alt, goth, emo, etc. But this one waitress seems to have taken the edgy brand a little too far. Themed cafes can be fun, but I think I'll pass on the alt girls blood cafe and go to the chubby maid cafe down the street. Maybe this waitress would be a better fit at a vampire cafe. But after being fired, she started working at a Japanese bakery. If you go there, don't order the red velvet cake. Trust me. A city in Texas is attempting to break the world record for the largest group of people who all share the same name, Kyle. This May 21st, 2,326 people named Kyle must congregate in a small town in Texas also named Kyle if they want to get the world record. The current world record was set in Bosnia, where 2,325 people named Ivan got together and did Bosnian things. Although I feel like on any given Saturday there's gotta be a few thousand people named Karen at the local mall waiting to talk to the manager of a Nordstrom's or whatever. If they can pull this off, they will also break the world record for the most Kyles in one place, which is currently held by the infamous Gathering of the Juggalos. The event is co-sponsored by both Monster Energy and Axe Body Spray, where they will be handing out free samples of their products to their loyal customer base.